It's about to go down for all our foes. It's time to watch the greatest show. The Roundtable Flick brings all the news, all the heat for all of you. From Raw to Dynamite and SmackDown too. Now tune in and play some trivia too. The Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast is on, so tune in. The Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast is on, so tune in.
Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Roundtable Network News. It is episode number 56, I believe.
57.
57. Jesus Christ, we've been doing this for a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, the news never stops.
Never.
It is I, your brother franchise. I am joined today by the one and only Shane Husky. What is up, Shane?
I am doing fantastic today. When you say you wanted to do the news, I was like, great. Because I wasn't doing nothing.
It's like, let's do it, man. Let's talk about some of the news, man. Let's talk about this. Shane, you probably were just a gleam in your daddy's eye when this show was on the air, courtesy of Mike Johnson from PW Insider. The reboot has begun filming for American Gladiators, hosted by your boy, Mike the Miz Mizanin. And ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking about this a lot. There's a number of pro wrestlers that are on this show.
A lot of them. We
were like, hey, where has Wardlow gone? Hey, where has Camille been? Where has Jesse Goodard's been? Well, you want to know where they've been? They have been filming the American Gladiators. They are the gladiators on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, that show was awesome when I was younger. It kind of led into like WWE Monday Night Raw sometimes, WWE Wrestling Challenge. These are shows that were way old before Shane was even existing. So, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, that's where they've been. That was courtesy of Mike Johnson from PW Insider. Man, a lot of things have been happening. I'm really glad to hear about the American Gladiators.
They sound like a Ninja Warrior.
It is basically American Gladiator was Ninja Warrior before Ninja Warrior was Ninja Warrior.
And I have seen a couple of Ninja Warrior. It was actually really fun to watch.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show. Speaking of good stuff, congratulations. This is also courtesy of Steve Fernando's of PW Insider. Rob Van Dam stated on his live stream yesterday, him and Katie Forbes are announcing that she is pregnant. Rob Van Dam is like 54 years old. He is still a 5-star stud. Apparently, he's a 5-star stud for good old Katie Forbes, and they're having a baby. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Man, that's a lot of good stuff that's going on in wrestling today, man. You know, I hate the bad news that always pops up in professional wrestling. So when something like that happens, I love it.
So far, there has been 2 good news so far, and I like that.
Let's talk about another good news story.
Oh my God, this is a happy news edition.
Courtesy of Mike Johnson from PW Insider, WWE superstar Jade Cargill lands her first Hollywood film, brother. She's going to be in a movie. She's been cast in her first Hollywood role. Deadline.com is reporting that Cargill has been cast opposite Jonathan Majors, formerly Kang, in the MCU. In a forthcoming film called True Threat. It's directed by the first Purge's director Gerard McMurray. Sorry. Basically, the story is like this: True Threat follows former Special Force operator Venom Threat, which is Jonathan Majors, who returns home seeking justice after his teenage son is murdered by Harlem's Apollo Kids gang. Threat infiltrates the Carter, which is a 20-story project building controlled by the gang. He fights his way floor by floor, boss by boss, until his confrontation leads him to his former mentor, a man by the name of Shallow. Now, Jade Cargill will play Mika, a key lieutenant in Apollo Kids, one of the film's central antagonists. Mika controls the building's red light district and operates as a power broker inside the Carter. The role will showcase Cargill in an intense physical and highly stylized performance space built on her athletic background. Basically, she's going to have some kick-ass fights. This is going to be the first film role for Cargill. We were told she immersed herself with a professional level acting coach last year, so she can learn a lot.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of wrestlers have been represented by Paragon, Liv Morgan, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Alexa Bliss, Rusev, Natalia, and Blake Monroe, formerly Mariah May, are among the
Miami.
people that have been represented by this talent group. And keep in mind, Liv Morgan just starred in a high-profile movie in Chicago.
We don't even know what the
I mean,
movie
in
even
Japan.
is.
CM Punk has been on the show Heels. He's
Good
also been in
show.
some movies. Drew McIntyre has been in movies.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I think Alexa Bliss has also been in movies. I'm not really sure though. But True Threat is set to film this fall in New York City, so you can probably think she's going to be written off TV, so she can do that during the fall.
I can see it. Yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, congratulations to her, man. Like that's pretty freaking cool. You know what I mean?
Also, that actually sounds very interesting. I might have to check that out when that comes out in the theaters.
It does sound interesting. It sounds really interesting. Courtesy of Mike Johnson from PW Insider. Let's talk about WWE stars, man, being all over the place. We just talked about Jay Cargill doing a movie. Well, Tiffany Stratton tossed out the first pitch today in the New York Mets game in her birthplace of Flushing, Queens, New York. She threw out the first pitch. I mean, like, hey, as someone who's done that in a baseball game, that's really an honor and a privilege. It's so fucking cool to do. I love it. I love when stuff like that happens to people. I mean, it's like you're learning something new.
Yes.
You're being part of something new. Also, we're just hitting on all cylinders, man. Let's talk about another former WWE wrestler, a legend in honestly. This is courtesy of Steve Fernandez, also a PW Insider. Dave Bautista, who owns a company called Dogbone Entertainment, is now partnering with Titan One Studios to develop Cat Assassin with Steve Leonard. It's a franchise spanning an animated series, video game, and publishing and publish it. Basically, Cat Assassin is set in a gritty neo-noir world inhabited by anamorphosized cats that centers on Hugh, a highly skilled assassin caught between various cartels and power brokers in a dark and twisted city. Batista will have creative input in the franchise. Batista, man, the dude left wrestling.
Very fun.
Yeah, the dude left wrestling, went to Guardians of the became an MCU character in Guardians of the Galaxy, starred in the Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War. Like, the dude's been around. The dude's had a lot of great movie opportunities.
Oh yeah, he was a Baby Driver. He's been in a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, a lot, just goddamn crazy. Let's also talk about Luke Gallows. Luke Gallows, one of the Good Brothers, released by the WWE a few weeks ago. Courtesy of Mike Johnson from PW Insider. A lot of people don't remember that Luke Gallows owns a company called Laredo Pro. 8 years of steady growth and creativity, Georgia-based professional wrestling organization Laredo Pro lands a broadcasting deal with STGN 49 Media Group. Now, this media group, let's talk about Laredo Pro was founded by Drew Hawkins, aka Doc Gallows, and Carl Anderson, aka Machine Gun Carl Anderson. Both Gallows and Anderson are noted as one of the most decorated, entertaining tag teams in professional wrestling, from New Japan and Impact Wrestling all the way to the WWE. The duo, known as the Good Brothers, don't take no for an answer. They stood firmly on that slogan when they selected. They offered a lucrative deal to STGN 49 Media Group, and now STGN 49 Media Group, along with Laredo Pro, will be broadcasting 33 countries: Mexico, Russia, United Emirates, as well as U.S. and Canada. They will also be adding on to the Nashville, Tennessee channel 49 Comcast. Laredo Pro will be hosting its first live television production themed Heat Wave in Dublin, Georgia. So congratulations to my good friend Big Drew, man. Congratulations to Drew, aka Doc Gallows of the Good Brothers. A lot of good news happening in wrestling today, man. A lot of good news.
That's rare, very rare.
Well, let's also talk about some other good news for some people.
Oh my God, more good news.
Good news all around, man. Courtesy of Mike Johnson from PW Insider. AEW superstar Cash Wheeler. Who's had some legal issues go on. Cash Wheeler's legal record has been completely expunged of his 2023 arrest as of May 2025. PW Insider has learned an official ruling wiping Wheeler's legal record clean was officially filed by Florida courts on May 5th.
Wow.
There was a lot of sympathy within AEW among talents throughout the entire process for Wheeler, feeling a lot of the time and money was wasted defending something No one in the company believed he actually did. In case you guys don't remember, Cash Wheeler was arrested after it was said that he brandished a gun during a heated argument during a traffic stop or a traffic incident, and he's been completely cleared.
Good.
So, I mean, like I said, man, good news. Good news is everywhere, bro. Good news. Okay, so let's talk about some more good news. Courtesy of Mike Johnson for PW Insider, Commander was pulled from AEW's Summer Blockbuster six-man tag team match due to an injury. The angle was that he was attacked, and they covered that. The word backstage is he got hurt during the weekend match in Mexico City. He's now doing well. So shout out to him. Get well soon, my friend. We love to see people feeling better and not hurting.
Yes.
Now, here's some bad news.
Oh no.
You take the bad, you take the wolf, and there you have the facts of life. So let's talk about this, man. Steve Fernandez. This is gonna be the last story, too, ladies and gentlemen. Steve Fernandez from from PW Insider says here, Mercedes Money has tweeted, while Tony was busy picking the scraps off my plate, I was here making history. After AEW Dynamite last week, I flew straight to Vienna, Austria, and snatched the EWA Women's title like it was a piece of candy. I am now the CEO. I am 5 belts, Monet, baby. And next thing you know, I will be the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Please, God, oh God, please don't let that happen. But Mercedes Money has another championship. No words, huh?
No words.
No words, huh? Okay. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. We will see you guys next week with more of the professional wrestling news. The Love and Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm the franchise. That's your boy, Husky, from Husky's Funhouse. And we will see you on Monday for Monday Night Raw.